guys, this is Connor. I'm here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you my Cleveland Browns 2020 NFL season predictions. So without further ado, let's talk about this team and then get into the predictions. So the Browns have a good offense. My only concern there is the offensive line. But they don't have a great defense, which will hurt them a little bit. They lost some key pieces this offseason. But Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback. He just didn't have the offensive line last year. He doesn't have a great offensive line this year. He has a better one, and I think you'll see a better year for Baker Mayfield. But you won't see a better year as the rookie year, I don't think. But they have great running backs and wide receivers, so that will really help the Browns. So yeah, now let's get into these predictions. And the Browns have to face the Ravens in week 1 on the road. Tough game. There's really no chance they're going to win that. If you're on the road against the Ravens, you aren't going to win. Especially if you're the Browns or you're a division rival. They're like, nope, you aren't winning today. So that is an easy win for the Ravens. And now the Browns get to play the Bengals at home, though, and they get their first win of the season. And pretty easy win just because they're at home, but very even teams. It could go either way, but the Browns, I think, will get the advantage because of the home field. And Cleveland, but then they get to play the Redskins at home. The Redskins are bad. Don't have an offense. Only have a defense. Defense ain't the best. You got to have the best defense in the league if you want a chance to be at least a decent team if you don't have an offense. Redskins probably have the worst offense and maybe a top 10 defense. But you need to have a top half of the league offense and defense, and then you'll be a good team. So the Browns win that game, go to 2-1, but they have to play the Cowboys and get their second loss of the season. Cowboys are a good team. They have a better defense, but they both have similar offensive to each other. So that will be a good game. I just think the Cowboys defense will prevail and win them the game over the Cleveland Browns. Then the Browns got to play the Colts at home. They get another win, third win of the season. Colts are a good team, but I think home field advantage gives the Browns the advantage in this one. But then the Browns got to travel away, and they lose to the Steelers. It's like they're losing every away game, winning every home game. The Steelers are a great team. You can't be mad if you lose to them. Big Ben's back. His Matt rating's way low. He's like an 80 or something. Really bad. He shouldn't be because he should be like at the least an 85. But Big Ben is way better than Mason Rudolph or Devlin Hodges. So that will give them a big advantage there for the Steelers. So the Browns do lose this game. Then they're still on the road and got to play the Cincinnati Bengals. And they lose, which is very unfortunate because they really needed that win. But they can't get it. Very close game, probably. Two very even teams, like I just said. And that puts them into the bye week with 3 wins, which is rough. And then they get to play the Raiders, which they win against. And then they get to play the Texans, and they get another win. So now they're kind of getting back on track here. And they're 5-4. They're feeling good. Then they got their tough part of the schedule, though. So then they got to play the Eagles, which is their first home loss. The Eagles are great. Then they got to play the Jaguars, and they lose. Jaguars are going to be a few unexpected teams that just aren't thinking, this is going to be a hard game, and they're going to shock them. And that's going to be that for the Browns. It's going to happen to them, and they're going to lose. They get into the Jaguars. And then they're going to be ready for the Titans, but they aren't going to have enough. It'll be a lot closer than the game last year where it was 44-13. It will be more like 28-21 or something like that, but it won't be anywhere as close as the Titans and Browns game last year. Yeah, but then the Browns are at home, and they really are just down. They lost 3 straight games. They're in a hard spot. They're like, we have to win this game if we want any chance at making the playoffs. And that's what they do. They beat the Ravens by a touchdown in this game. It's going to be a great game to watch. A little shocker there. But it happens to every team. It happens to the best of the teams. So that's what the Browns will do that game, and they could really get their season on track here, but then they lose to the Giants, which is very unfortunate. They needed that win if they wanted a chance to make the playoffs. Now they're practically out of it. At best they can go 8-8. They got to beat the Jets and the Steelers. But they beat the Jets, but they lose to the Steelers. Unfortunate season for the Browns. They did have a tough schedule, but a rebound year for Baker Mayfield. Not as good as his rookie year, but similar stat line. He just playing all the games, and with Case Keenum there is going to help him a lot, I think. So yeah, the Browns get to go 7-9 this season. And that will do it for this video. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!